welcome to this podcast episode. We did not script this very well because we haven't done anything in the past 3 weeks. Anyway,
Almost. I think it's been a month.
it's been a month. It's been a
But
long time. That's what we're trying to say.
the reason for that is because school started. Hooray!
Yippee!
No.
Yippee! That was sarcastic.
Anyway, today we're here to talk about
Season 8!
because it's 20 years old now. God, how
Yippee!
is
20 years old.
that's pretty crazy to think about. And I wasn't even alive at the time, so I
Neither
don't
was
know
my
how.
brother. Neither was my brother.
Anyway, so we're just gonna go through it and talk about it because it's 20 years old.
I'm
Our
going. I'll,
episodes our episodes typically have like a question to them, but this one does not whatsoever. This one's just talking about season 8.
we're not like saying it's good or
Like
bad because
like with
this
the
is
Ferdinand
honestly like the best
like
hit season.
with the Ferdinand episode, we were like, was Ferdinand a bad character? Is season 12
I
that
feel like
bad?
I feel like
You know,
I feel like we've made a conclusion that Ferdinand wasn't a bad character and he was just handled poorly.
that's not what we're here to talk about though.
Nope,
So,
it's not. We're here to talk about season 8. Now, when was it released?
2004,
2004.
20 years later, or 20 years ago, my bad. Also, there's no guest here today with us,
Yeah,
unfortunately. We were too
unfortunately.
lazy.
We were too lazy. I didn't want to get anybody. Anyway,
We'll
um,
have one next time, I promise.
2004. Uh, and this was like straight after the classic season, so like after season 7, because like season, you know how season 7 was like a little bit weird in the U.S. because
See,
it had hit era music.
it took them forever to get season 7 like fully out. I think it took them like
It's
till
kind of
2000.
confusing. Like some people can't even tell if it's hit or classic season because of the music.
It took the US like till 2006 to finally get like the full season 7 out. It took a long time.
It did. Oh gosh, that sucked. That sucked. Anyway, it's like they got like Brandon to like, okay, you're gonna need to do a whole season and then you can do season 7. You know?
And a lot of the season 8 episodes were aired along with season 7 episodes,
Yeah, well, they
which
look
clearly shows you
different, but
that
there's also season 7 stock footage used in season 8. There was some stock footage used in season 8 as well from the classic series.
so funnily enough, the US was the first country in the world to get season 8.
Really?
Yeah, the Steamies versus Diesels DVD was the
Oh
first exposure
yeah.
ever to any, like, even before the UK. I think it was like a week or so before, but still, the US was the first people to see the hit era.
Let's talk about the big changes that Hit Entertainment did to the brand. Um,
Yeah,
they they babyish it a little
they
bit.
babyished it. They extended the episode length. They
I mean, it wasn't awful. It's like the best. It's the best hit season.
it's not a bad season. We'll go ahead. We'll go off the limb and say that it's not bad. But
Listen,
we're
I
not
like it.
gonna
I
go.
like it better than Nitrogen era.
Well, obviously. Anyway,
Except for Whiff's Wish. Whiff's Wish is
the
awesome.
one big difference to me, and the one giveaway to tell that this is a very very different season, is the lighting and the camera they used.
Oh,
It's
they used a GoPro, and
it's a very
it made everything
very
look
big
wet.
downgrade.
It made it look wet.
It's
It
very,
made
yeah.
the engine's like paint look like it was starting to drip a little bit.
It looks, especially, yeah, the cameras they used. There were some shots like tracking shots that they used where it's like it looks round. You know those photos that are like rounded and it's like kind of
Yeah.
curvy. it looks like that, and the colors are really saturated. There's a lot of shots in the season
It's
that are
called a
like that.
2004 GoPro.
The worst one, in my opinion, is the one shot in Thomas Gets It Right, or Gordon and James are leaving the sheds.
That
Ooh, if
was
you
awful because it like stretched as they were going past.
yeah, you can see them stretch. Like it looks like they're stretching out as they're going past.
It was
Anyway,
awful.
the camera quality was a huge downgrade from in the season.
It really
And
was.
another big difference is the music. We got a new composer, and in
Robert,
my opinion,
actually, it technically wasn't a new composer because season 7 exists, and the
well,
U.S.
we
had it in
mean
season
like
7. For the UK, it's a new composer.
we mean worldwide. I guess we would say that
Yeah, but
this was the first season to have like everywhere. This was a new
and
composer,
that composer was Robert Hartshorn.
and he's really overhated. I actually really like
I
some of his
love
pieces.
his music, bro. Like, didn't he make the music for Lost Treasure?
I don't know. He might have.
Cause
I don't.
I feel, cause like later he did the stuff for the Nitrogen era, and they actually let him go crazy a little bit. They let him go crazy, you know.
Everyone seems to hate some of his themes, and they're like, "Oh, the classic series is like a million times better." Well, obviously it
Everyone
is.
keeps thinking of the
He's
Scarloey
still
one. The
pretty good.
Scarloey one just sucks. Okay, like the Narrow Gauge Engine themes are kind of like bad because it's too much horns. But the style he gives all the other engines themes, like Thomas has like a little piano in the beginning, and like James sounds a bit more like enthusiastic, you know.
My personal favorite, like of the original
And
Engines
Percy's
theme,
Indiana Jones.
I really love Henry's theme.
It sounds very foresty and calm, like Friendly Giant.
Yeah, which is what Henry kind of is.
He kind of is, but I see Murdoch more as the Friendly Giant.
I also love Gordon's theme. It's very like
I like how
triumphant
it
and
sounds.
proud.
It sounds like an orchestra. But yes, it's like very booming and makes it feel big, you know?
Mhm.
Like, and Percy's is like Indiana Jones, like he about to go on an adventure.
Bum, ba-dum, bum,
Ba ba da
bum.
ba 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 da
All of his escape
ba
themes
ba
are
ba
a lot
da
like that.
na na ba da ba ba na da. Anyway, but the music wasn't that bad. I think it's
It
yes,
wasn't bad at all.
like my brother, my okay, I'm just saying my brother's opinion. He said he likes this music better than the classic series ones because he doesn't like the instruments used in the classic series. Like, you know what I'm talking about?
I highly disagree with that, but
Me too. I disagree with that too. It is better by far, but but
the
some of the
the
themes in this were good.
one thing I'll say is the hit era music was, I think it was a little bit too much brass.
There's a lot of brass. There needs to be more percussion in it. Percussion. That's what it was missing. You do you agree with that?
Yes.
Because I didn't.
However,
There weren't many drums in it. I think.
the best hit era music, or the best music to come from Robert Hartshorn, is the Jack and the Pack music.
Oh yes. Dun, 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 da, 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 da,
And that
da.
might be biased because there's a lot of like guitar in it, and I'm a guitar player,
He
so
is a guitar player. I've seen him play. Um,
you are Mwimba.
I'm a wimba. I'm a wimba. I'm very good at it. Not that good. I suck. I'm joking. I
Anyways,
don't.
we're getting really, really off
We're getting
topic.
off topic. Okay, we're in the same band. Shut up. Anyway, let's see. 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 Um, so we talked about the music, the lighting. We need to talk about the lighting. It to
Um,
me,
we
it's really
dull.
dull. Yes, it looks like a mixture between season 6 and 7 to me.
That's exactly what I was thinking. It's not as gray and like lifeless as season 6,
But
but
it's
it's not.
also not as lively as season 7.
Yeah, season 7 was first like it was so random. we came off of season 5 with the beautiful like
Yeah,
movie. It looks like a cinematic lighting is what everyone says.
yeah.
And then you get season 6 and it's so
To
dull
me,
and gray.
I don't like season five's lighting. It always looks like it's sunset to me.
I love season 5
It
lighting.
always looks like it's like 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
I kind of like it for that. It's unique.
I don't. Okay, that's just
That's
my
that's
honest
one thing.
opinion.
That's one thing we need
That's
to get
that's
into.
the only bug I have with season five. The rest of it's fine. I just don't like the lighting.
Well, anyway, that's one thing about the hit era that changed a lot. The lighting in every season was the exact
I
same,
mean, not
except season
really.
11.
Like, I can tell the difference. Season 11 was Breaking Bad. Season 12 was, like, trying to fix it, but ended up making it look like a mixture of season 8 and 10.
But 8 through 10 have there's some
9
visual.
had the best lighting. Season 9 had the best lighting.
There were some visual differences between season 8 and 9 and 10, but overall it's pretty much the same lighting.
It pretty much is, yes.
And you
There's
can't
not
really
a way to tell
distinguish.
the difference.
But from season 1 through 7, it's pretty easy to tell differences.
I mean, for me, it's kind of easy to tell the difference for me. Yeah, because I'm a hit era nerd, so I can tell the difference between
Yes,
photos.
he is. His favorite character is Neville.
Unironically, I don't
Anyway,
actually.
anyway,
Okay, let's talk about the narrators. So, they brought back the narrators from season 7 from the
which
classic
was
series
at least for both actually,
for both. Yeah.
because Alec Baldwin was not able to come back for season 7, so they brought in Michael Brandon.
Wait, were they actually trying to get him for season 7?
Yeah, but I think he was going through a divorce or something, so they couldn't get him back.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so both of the narrators, Michael Brandon and Michael Angelis for the US and UK respectively, both came back to work.
And they got Michael Brandon, who honestly, I don't mind him as a narrator.
This is his best season in my opinion.
Season 8.
Yeah, this is his best. There's a
The
lot.
voices he makes for the characters sound pretty good, I guess.
This season is I'll say it's tolerable. It's not my favorite, but it's tolerable.
Yes.
It gets a little worse after this.
Let me just say real quick. Um, basically, Angelo in the Hit Her seasons just sounds bored. He sounds like
Angelo.
Michael Angelis. Sorry, I was thinking of the painter. Oh my gosh.
The
Uh,
spirit of Sodor.
but he sounds so boring. He's like, Thomas, what are you
Shamesh.
doing?
Shamesh.
Like, that's what I hear, and I don't like that. It sounds bad to me.
Yeah, he sounds so tired.
He sounds I'm tired.
Honestly, I can't. Oh, I thought we were talking about Angelus.
We are talking about Angelus.
And I kind of don't blame him. He had been doing Thomas for what, 10, 15-ish years
I
at
mean,
that point.
since season 3. Since season 3.
So
He's the
around 15.
longest going narrator. He went all the way up to season 16.
So he had already been doing it for around 15 years. So I could tell why he was getting tired.
He was getting tired. I'm surprised he didn't quit. He could have just quit.
Wait, I wonder. I just had this theory. I wonder if he hated Hit Era as much as some other people do, because he just doesn't seem interested.
Let me try. If he worked, let me. Here's an idea. Because after season 7, he kind of died down a little bit. But
Yeah,
I think it's probably because of Hit Era, because he didn't like the story writing, probably, because he was used to like the good writing of the classic series.
Well, if we're going off of that logic, then I bet his favorite season is season 6.
Yeah, because he made some.
Popular
Cause
opinion, that's his best season.
Okay, yeah, understandable. Because
Season
Thomas and
6,
the Jet Engine. Whoa.
especially that episode. Are you all right, Jack?
But Michael Brandon wasn't that bad, at least for me.
In this season, I cannot stand him in season 10.
Season
Beyond.
10, he's annoying.
I'm tired.
Quote,
Every time I watch
quoting
Missing Cars,
missing cars.
I
That's
literally laugh
Shut
out
up
loud.
about missing cars. I love that episode unironically. Okay, I've
Yeah,
seen that so
I
many times.
die.
Okay. Anyway, let's continue. Um, what what were we? Michael Brandon. So like he was the narrator for like all the way up until season 16.
Yeah, Michelangelo. Both the Michaels called it off at season 16.
They were supposed to be replaced by
Pierce Brosnan,
Pierce
but
Brosnan
that never went
in season
through.
12, but it didn't go through. So he became a guest narrator.
He was probably too busy doing more Hollywood movies.
I mean, it's true. He's a famous actor, so it makes sense.
I mean, yeah.
Anyway, let's talk about the episodes. Ready for
Real
the?
quick, I want to talk about the model work. It's actually really good.
Oh yeah, the model work. The model work. Sorry, I didn't write that down.
It's the best hit era model work because after this they get a little blander. And Unlucky Tug mentions this in around like season 10. They kind of just didn't care as much about the models and they forgot to put like hilly
Let
backgrounds
me.
and stuff.
Okay, yeah. Because the sets got lazy in season 10. Because, like in season 8 and 9, we had like amazing sets. Like, for example, Shen Valley in season 9. That was
Oh, I love that.
beautiful. That was beautiful. Like I could see that as a classic series location if I wanted to.
One of my favorite season like or just hit era
And
sets is
season 8, Castle Lock. Oh my gosh.
Bluffs Cove is one of my favorites. I love that set.
Oh, Bluff Cove, yes.
Especially in Bold and Brave, like when the wind is blowing, it's pretty. Anyway, that's not season 8, that's season 9. Let's talk about the episodes.
Episode time. Thomas in the fireworks display. The first scene we see
This is
in
the
the
wrong order.
don't
US
this is
US
production
order.
order. This is production order.
Go to US. Just so we can be in like the okay, Thomas and the
I
Tuba.
don't want to I don't want to. Okay, I'm listen. I I want to do the production order since they were like we can like see how they've improved every season, and plus we can save the best episode for last.
Okay.
That okay?
Alright, Thomas and the firework display.
And we start off the episode with stock footage from season 5.
Of
Great
course.
start. Great start.
And it's not even really in context.
It's just
It
like
wasn't
it's just that they got lazy and didn't want to do a shot in the beginning, and then like it goes from season 5 lighting that's like that looks like it's frickin' sunset to James pulling cattle cars. Like actually,
it's pretty bad.
I
And
think it's
wasn't there like
funny. I think
wasn't
it's
there a
just funny.
few wasn't there a few episodes in season 7 that had that exact same shot at the beginning of episodes?
Uh, I guess yeah.
I think it was Percy Gets It Right that had that shot.
Yes. Anyway, Thomas and the fireworks display is a nostalgic episode for me.
It's pretty good.
It's
It's
pretty
not my
good.
favorite, but I
It's a nice
enjoyed
Thomas and
it.
James episode because we never really got to see Thomas and James have a dynamic other than Thomas, James, and the Trouble with Trees.
One thing I love about season 8 is the night shots. I love the
Oh,
night
the
shots.
night shots. Ooh, beautiful.
I mean, forever will be all at sea will forever have the best night shots of any Thomas episode, but season 8 has pretty good
That's
ones.
a sunset shot, not a night shot. Oh wait, are you
All at
talking about the?
sea,
Oh wait, are you talking about the night scenes
I'm
at
talking
the?
about when Percy and Duck at the harbor.
That looks like a tug shot for me. Like comes straight out of tugs. You know?
Anyway, so I'd give the episode like a 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I give it a since it's nostalgic for me, I guess 8.5 out of 10. Okay, cuz like
It's like
I
it's a
had
good
Thomas, I
episode.
had songs from the station. I had songs from the station and this is like one of the episodes in it and
Songs from the Station is one of the best DVDs, I swear.
yes,
The music's good. The one of
everything's
the
good.
episodes,
Everything's good. Anyway, next
not
episode.
not Thomas and the Tuba, but whatever. We'll get to that
Percy's new whistle. Start off the episode with season 7 stock footage. Yippee!
again.
Again with the stock footage. Anyway, I think this is a good episode, sort of, except for like the unrealistic snowball. That's basically just Boulder 2.
To me, this episode's kind of silly, but I love how Percy makes up for himself by like saving Thomas.
Yes, I do like
Thank you,
that.
Percy.
And I love how we got an actual Percy long whistle, where he has a long whistle. I love that for no reason. Okay, it's just funny to me. But
This
like,
episode's kind of silly though.
it is silly. I feel like Percy should have had Vietnam flashbacks when the boulder destroyed the shed before he got
Okay,
hit.
bro. That's enough, bro.
Like flashbacks of when Boulder destroyed the shed in season 5 before getting
Uh,
hit by the snowball.
this episode, I would
It's a
honestly say
7 out of 10 for me.
this one's one of the weaker ones from the season, honestly, but it's not bad. I'll give
Okay,
it a 6.5.
I'll give it a 7. Just because it's unironically funny. The only thing that kind of bugs me is that they say Percy goes to the smelters and he really goes to the quarry. It's kind of dumb. Anyway, Fish, an episode with the same name as an episode from season 4. How
That's my biggest gripe with this episode. Why didn't they just name it like Thomas and the Fish or something?
too long? I
Then
don't
why
know.
is their episode called Thomas and the Firework Display?
Maybe they should called it like, I don't know, like Thomas. Wait, Thomas's smelly day. Actually, no,
Fishy Fishy Troubles or something? I don't know.
that sounds
Anyway,
stupid. That sounded actually stupid. Fishy troubles. Something no, something fishy's already a thing. Never mind.
that's stupid. Anyway, this is a good episode. The funniest thing about this episode is the noises the trucks make. Eee!
And the Giga Chad truck. The Giga Chad truck. Oh my gosh. It looks like he's gonna mew.
Shut up!
But
Shut up!
it's so true though. It's so
Shut
true.
up!
Okay,
This
fine.
is a non. This is a no brain rot podcast.
Well, sorry. We've been gone for a while. Let me joke, okay? Let me joke. Okay, I do this in band all the time. Don't worry, it's fine.
I mean, it's fine there, but we're talking to some people on here, so let's be mature. Anyway, Fish is
That's
like
not a thing for me. Uh,
Fish is like a
anyway,
9. It's a 9. It's a good
it's
episode.
a good episode. I give it an 8.5 because it's not as
I
nostalgic
actually
for
really
me.
like this episode.
I like the runaway scene, and I like how Salty was the one that got hit by the train.
Never mind me, Archie.
Like, like, why was he on the main line anyway?
Yeah, that's the thing. It makes no sense, but
Wait, he
overall,
could have been heading like from the works or heading to the works or something to get his
well, that's
fuel
a
check.
story for another day.
That's a story for another day. Victor Tanzik. Da na 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 na. Anyway, Emily's adventure.
I
I
absolutely
hate it. I
despise.
hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Okay. Even though this was the only episode with Natford Shed in season 8, which I do like Natford Shed by the way. This episode
The
sucks. It's
storm
just
has hit Farmer McColl's
I would.
barn.
It's just Emily being a bitch. It's just Emily being a.
Yes, that's literally. And you know the thing that really like grinds my gears about this
She
episode?
acts like a Karen.
I know the thing. I know this is something the characters do, and that's something I can't help. But why did they write this? Okay, look, the part where Elizabeth is like, "Not if you ask like that," and then she's like, "Emily didn't want to ask nicely." Like, that's so fucking childish.
It is childish. Like she acting like a 6-year-old.
And then it's funny how Thomas is the one that has to be like, "You have to ask
You
nicely
have
to
to
get
ask
me."
nicely, Emily,
And she's
or
like,
else.
"I don't want to ask nicely. I want to be a."
She wants to be a bitch.
Alrighty.
That
This
it
is a
was this
glorious
this
episode.
episode. This episode's so dumb. Like basically, she's the definition of a bitch, and
This is
what
a
a
4
bitch
out of 10.
is. No, I give it 3. 3 out of 10. I do not like it. In fact, this is an unmemorable episode as well.
It's really boring and
It's
slow.
really boring, slow, and the storm scene wasn't even that big of a scene. Okay, that was kind of just a dumb scene. Okay, I do not even remember. The only thing I remember is the water tower falling, and that's about it. Okay, Thomas saves the day. Great
The
episode.
one of the best. Oh, wait, no, that's not what I was thinking about. Thomas to the Rescue is one of the best. Anyway,
Thomas saves the
Thomas
day.
Saves-
Great episode for me.
I actually do really like it. It's really nostalgic because I
I
had
like
two games.
how I like the idea of a new station being built on the main line. I like that idea because
I love.
it fills in that space on Audrey's map where it's just nothing. You know?
The only thing that I don't like about this episode is I hate it. A difficult bend sounds kind of childish.
I kind of like the idea that they have to go through like some
Okay,
rocky. Like, let me
I take
explain.
back
I
what I
came
said.
up with some logic. I like the idea of a part where mainline engines actually have to go slow. It's kind of like it gives it more challenge to the main line and more diversity. Plus, I like the idea of it going through some mountainy terrain, like rocky terrain.
No, that's not what I mean by like I hate the idea. I like the idea. I just hate the name, like difficult bend.
Just name it like Kelstorp Curve.
Oh, that's anyway. So
Actually, no, that sounds too close to that one thing in All Engines Go that I shall not mention.
I don't even know what you're talking
Me
about.
either. Okay, I just listen. I watched like one movie and that was it,
I've watched 20 seconds of the episode.
and then left
I
the room
threw my
and went
phone
to go
across the
puke in the
room out of
toilet.
anger how horrible it was.
You left to go puke in the toilet.
I kind of raged, honestly.
Yeah.
Like it was, I was just like, what the hell am I blue tanking do?
For me, I was
Anyway,
just like, this is not Thomas.
all right, we're getting off topic again.
Again, we tend to
So
do that.
Toxic Day overall is pretty good
It's a
episode.
good episode. There's just one thing that bugs me though. The narrator says troublesome trucks had broken away from Edward,
They're
but they're
not troublesome.
flatbeds. The narrator said they were troublesome trucks, but they're flatbeds. Are they like sentient? Do they have like faces on their like the bed of it? Like it's the face facing up?
Do they just see all the pipes that are laying on them?
Like does the pipes lay on their face?
Whoa.
Like actually, like it's confusing. Okay, but I do like the crash at the end. It's a kind of cool sequence. It's a cool sequence how Thomas like.
Yeah, I love the crash at
But
the
what
end.
was the point of going slow if the trucks made it past the bend?
Honestly, as a kid, this episode left me on the edge of my seat.
Bro, same. Like I was like, is Thomas gonna make it? Is there gonna be a crash? Please crash. Please crash.
This one's a 9.5. I really like this episode.
Yeah, I give it. You know what? You know what? 10 out of 10. 10 out of
Really,
10.
really cool.
It could be classic series if it wanted to. Just it could. It could. Like
Honestly, I can
season
see
7
that.
level. Season 7 level. Classic series.
All right, squeak, rattle, and roll.
Squeak, rattle, and roll. I don't like it that much.
You know what? Screw you. I love this episode.
And your opinion is valid. Okay, I hear a lot of people like this episode. I just don't get this episode.
This is one of. I get it. Well, actually, there are some parts of it I don't get. I don't like how
I don't.
Gordon. I don't like how Gordon just thinks he's gonna get scrapped, even though he knows he's not.
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
the thing that's really heartwarming about this episode to me is when at the end when he's like, even if this is my last trip, I'll get the children to their boat. You know,
I feel like
I'll,
I feel that sounds like for some reason that sounds like a stupid reason. But like, let me explain. Like, I feel like it should have been more like, I'll get to the station or bust.
but I mean, yeah, but I like how he was like sacrifice. Basically, he thought he was sacrificing his life for the children.
That was kind of a nice thing. I just don't like how it came that way. Like, I feel like it should have been incorporated in a different way. But like, I do like it still.
Okay, there's few things.
It's just I don't get it. Like the whole episode is just Gordon moving. Gordon hears new sound. Gordon goes slowly. Gordon goes to shed.
What are you doing? You're
Next
the
day.
express. That
Ne-
part's funny to me. The part when Sir Tommy
Next
has like,
day,
what are you doing?
Pick up express. Pull train. Go slowly 'cause sound heard again. Go even slower because new sound.
Sure,
That's
top
the
of hat.
entire episode, bro. That's literally the entire episode. Just Gordon hearing new sounds.
And then Sir Top Hat yelling at him for going slow. That part's funny to me. Okay, I like
Gordon,
this
you're the
episode at the beginning.
hold on. I'm gonna remake this. Gordon, you're going too slowly. Okay, now I won't be able to make it to McBun if you don't go faster. Okay, it's gonna close if you don't because McBun closes at 9 p.m. I don't know why, but it does. So I need you to go faster.
Yeah. All right. I'll give it a 8.5.
I'm gonna be a little generous. 6.5. It
All right. Next
it
episode.
just doesn't speak to me. It's kind of a boring episode for me. It doesn't speak to me.
Thomas, Emily, and the snowplow.
This is more like a brother sister episode kind of thing.
I honestly, with all my heart,
You hate it?
I fucking hate this episode. I'm gonna be honest.
They
Yeah.
recreate. Listen, there's a way more memorable episode in CGI that gets Emily's character correct, and that is the one from season 18, which is the exact same story where Thomas refuses to wear his snowplow, and Emily saves him.
One thing I like about this episode that I can say, you know the little end theme, the
Like, yeah.
I like that. It's a nice little.
Listen. I don't like the idea of Emily feeling like, hey, I'm gonna tell Thomas what to do, ha ha ha, because I am a
She was
bitch.
basically she was
Because I am a bitch. I'm going to tell
I'm not
Thomas
gonna
what to
I'm not
do.
gonna name any names, but I don't. You might know who I'm talking about. She reminds me a lot of our tuba section leader.
Oh yeah, yeah. Do not say it. Do not. Do not. Uh, oh yeah, I know who you're talking about. I don't know her name, but like I don't care.
Low
Uh,
brass, stop talking.
bro, shut up. Okay, stop insulting people on a podcast. Like that's actually really rude.
No, I didn't say anybody's name though.
That is true, you didn't. But I'm just saying you should probably chill out still because my friends watch my videos.
I
Like
still
you know who I'm talking about. Like I'm just gonna name one. Noah. You know him?
the percussion.
Yeah, he's percussion.
Oh, the guy that helps us take our cart.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, him.
he watches the videos.
Sometimes, yeah.
What's up, Noah?
Anyway,
Anyway, no one knows.
Thomas and
Anyway,
Emily Snowplow. Thomas, Emily, and the Snowplow is a CGI did it better. Let me explain. There are two episodes that have the same premise. Yet this is the original. CGI just rewrote it and did it better. You know?
yeah.
Like Thomas gets buried in snow twice and is saved by Emily twice. Like, what is there to this
It's
episode?
really stupid, and I hate how Emily's just like, I'm gonna go boss Thomas around just because I feel like it.
Yeah, it was technically her fault in the first place that Thomas got stuck. If he knew that was Sir Topham Hatt's orders, then he wouldn't have gotten stuck.
And I think it's because the first one, because she was like, Thomas, you must go get your snowplow fitted, you know.
That sounds like Candace from Phineas and Ferb to me.
You kind of have a point there.
But like, still, that wasn't Thomas's fault technically. You know?
Yeah.
Like
I
if
love
Emily
it
kept
how,
listen,
the thing I
if
love
Emily
about
kept
that thing,
bossing me, if Emily kept bossing, like if someone were to keep bossing me around, like I'm not talking about like like in school, like I'm trying to do my work and they're like you need to do your work, you know, like that kind of thing, you know. Then like
yeah.
after
But
well not like that. Well, I'm trying to find a better example, but like I can't. So like let's just move on. This episode's bad. I give it like
this is
this
this is a 3.
For me, this is like a 4 because I remember it better than
This is a
I
one thing
remember it better than Emily's Adventure. Emily's Adventure is a bit more boring. At least this one has a
it's
bit more
only
action.
it's only a 3 because it's really nostalgic. I had like
It's
what
it's a
I
4 for
had a
me.
million. I had the Holiday Express DVD, so I would always see this episode every like Christmas.
I give it a 4. I give it a 4. For
All
some
right,
wait, this gives me the idea that Emily works on Thomas's branch line in season
you're
8 at
trying to
least.
rattle my brain.
Okay, Edward the Great. I
This is
love
one of
it.
my
I love
favorites.
it.
One of my favorites.
Yes, it's
It
a bit childish, but
call
still, it's so
call me a
good.
fan service fanatic, but it would have been better if it had Donald Douglas in it.
Yes, that fan. Listen, Donald and Douglas should have been supporting Edward because there's. It doesn't make sense that they
Grandpa
just cut.
Edward.
Listen, I don't know why they cut that part out. Like seriously,
There
there
was
would
no point of cutting it
like
out.
yeah, cause like Edward's. It's just Edward climbing a hill. It would have given this episode made it so much better. You know.
I do really like the idea. I mean, it's literally just the tortoise and the hare,
It is
which they
Tortoise in the Hair, which it's a nice take on a nice childhood tale. But yet
they've
again, they
used
did that in the
they,
pack as well.
they've used that formula a few times. Hell, they literally had an episode in the series called "The Tortoise and the Hare."
They did. But like,
This is what
it's
he was
not a
talking.
bad take on it. I like the idea that the old reliable Edward proves himself again. Like in the hit era, he proved himself to be good, you know? Like not it's not as good as like Edward's exploit, but he still proved himself.
Obviously, it's nowhere
It's
near.
nowhere near that, but it still shows that he's useful.
Yes,
So I kind of like how they managed to do that.
I'm giving this one a 9.5.
I give it a 9.5 as well.
We're not to the absolute golden gems of the season 8, however. That was a weird word. That was worded weirdly.
Spick and
Anyway,
span, nostalgia, nostalgia. That's all I can say.
I really enjoy this episode. Actually,
Me too.
I love the progression of this episode. It's like
It doesn't
it
feel
gets-
rushed. It feels very like every time they go somewhere has a purpose.
this episode has I love like this episode has a really good structure to it. It's like there's a competition or not a competition, but there's a railway
There's a
inspector
railway
coming,
inspector, which involves best dressed engine competition.
and then where all the engines decide to look their best. Of
Thomas
course,
and Percy. Thomas and
no,
Percy.
listen.
Oh, sorry.
The bigger engines, of course, are going to be like, oh, we're going to be so much better than you. And then Thomas and Percy work, and they're like, oh, yeah, they're going to be so much better than us. And then they pass by them on the way to the washdown. Yeah, they're going to look so much better than us. But then they get dirty at the coaling plant, and Thomas and Percy come in with
All spick and
their
span.
shiny.
I'm
And they end up winning.
shiny. Yes,
Very
I'm
good
quoting
structured
Moana.
episode.
Yes, it's a very good structured episode because like it comes up with a reason for everything. Like
Yeah.
Ed James tried to find the best spot. They were trying to find the best spot in the coal yard where the sun will show. The only thing that kind of bugs me is why would they go to a coaling plant?
Exactly. That's one of the big reasons. Like,
Why would they go
why would they
there?
go to the dirtiest place on the island?
Like go to Knapford or something. Like or Tidmouth, where you basically have a shed that you can rest in.
And you can
But
have all
hey,
the engines
but hey,
lined up in a row.
it's a story, so it's fine. It's a story.
Anyway, I'd give this one like a 9.5 as
I
well. I actually really like it.
I give it an 8 because it's not as. You know what? I kind of want to change Edward the Great to an 8 and Spick and Span to a 9.
I don't know if I
Eight
enjoy
and
it
a
more
half.
than that would be great, but I really
Eight
like
and a
the
half.
structure of Spick and the Span. It's very organized and nice.
Yeah. James goes too far. It's boring.
Yes, it's literally just James getting coal, going down the line, ignoring Edward, and then learning his lesson by running out and Salty bringing him coal, and then he learns his lesson by helping Diesel.
I mean,
Very productive.
isn't that technically not really his fault. Like he could have just said, "Oh yeah, I can't really today because I'm low on coal today because they were taking too long at
Yeah,
the
that's
coaling
the
plant."
thing that makes no sense. And then Salty
Like
blames him for
like
the health.
maybe Edward could have been like,
Money
"Okay,
wanted to feed him food.
like in a realistic standpoint, James could have just been like, "Oh, I didn't really get enough coal at the coaling plant, so I'm limited. So like I don't want to use all my coal in this one route. So like is it okay?" And like Edward would be like, "Okay, yeah, that's understandable. Okay." You know?
Yeah, that's the one thing I don't get.
Like
Is
like
Salty.
like that's they could just be chill about it, you know? They could have just been chill about it. But no, he just had to be like, "No, sorry, Edward, I can't."
Yeah, he could have just been like, I have one route to complete, and maybe I can help you after.
Like I have to, okay? I'm low on coal, okay?
That is something interesting. How does Edward expect
Wait, one
James?
question. If he was low on coal, then and he's pulling a coal train, why doesn't he just fill up on the coal that's in his coal
I
trucks?
mean, yeah, but listen to what I have to say. Why does Edward expect James to just stop mid journey and go help him?
Edward's not that old. He can do it himself. He knows he can do it himself.
But yeah, but like, why would he stop him
What would
mid
have been
journey and expect
better?
him to do that?
What would have been better is if it was like Derek or something, since he has teething troubles, and that would explain why Salty's there.
Yeah, but we can't use Derek.
Yeah, because he's a one-time character. Oh wait, he was seen in Calling All Engines.
And he wasn't even mentioned. They say, "Who's that steaming up the hill?" Even though
You
it's a diesel.
you could like literally replace that with Boko, and it wouldn't change anything.
Or you could literally have just put Thomas in, and it wouldn't have mattered.
Exactly, but like it was a nice Easter egg. But still, even if Derek was the one, that would have made more sense. Think about that. Agreed?
I'm all hot and bothered. Yeah. Overall, this is a boring episode. I'll give it like a 6.
I give it a 5. Okay, it's not memorable for me.
Thomas Gets It Right is literally the most boring episode in season 8.
It is. Uh-oh, egg go fall. Oh no, they
It's so boring.
break.
It's
Oh
literally Thomas.
no, you broken my eggs. You broken
That's
my
the
eggs.
funniest part.
And if
You
you're
have broken my eggs.
the reason we make good Southern accents is because we are Southern. Shut up.
Farmer McCole has to
You
be
broken my eggs. You're gonna
Thomas.
pay for that.
Farmer McCole has to be from Alabama. I swear. There's no way he's not.
Michael Brandon. Michael Brandon.
Yeah, but
Farmer
Farmer
McCall.
McCole specifically has a very, very country accent.
Then it has to be from like I don't know, Tennessee or something.
Anyway, it's literally Thomas goes slow because he don't want to
Thomas
break.
goes slow.
Then he
Thomas
gets
go
in trouble,
fast
he
to
goes
try and
faster,
get to
breaks
the.
eggs, and then gets in trouble, and then that's the end of the
Thomas
episode.
go fast to try and get to sheds first. Thomas breaks eggs. Uh-oh, they break. Thomas stops.
I mean, it's not bad. It's just
Thomas
so
gets a
boring.
big talking to by Farmer McCole. Then he goes slow again. Then
Something
James is
doesn't make
behind him.
sense, and something that's so disgusting. Why did Sir
Also, we need to
Topham Hatt
hurry this
eat
up
the
because
eggs?
we need to hurry this up because we're at the 43-minute mark. Actually, no, we got time to we got plenty of time. We got nothing but time. We got time to kill.
Why did Sir Topham Hatt eat the eggs that fell on the floor? Can you get like diseases from that?
That's actually really gross. Now that I think
Credit
about
to
it,
credit to Usual Bloke Blue. He's the one that said that.
I did not think of that. Like that's unsanitary. Like who knows?
You
Maybe
can get like salmonella from that.
yeah. Like cow shit in that car. Probably. Think about that. Wait, no, it's a box car, so who
Yeah, but
knows? Like who knows? Maybe there's like random crap in there that like name something gross that they could put in that box car.
um,
That
chicken bacteria.
yeah, chicken bacteria or like
But
medicine
still, the
or
the, the egg
medicine.
cracked and the yolk, and then he cooked it with the germs and ew. No.
I mean, unless they had like some sort of way to like get all
Yeah,
like
but
the
still, you could
stuff
probably
out.
get so much disease from that. Anyway, this is like a 5 out of 10. It's not bad. It's just
It's a
so
4 for me. It's boring. It's a
it's
4.
really really boring.
It's 4.5. It's boring.
You can do it, Toby.
Very underrated. Toby's a Chad.
Donald and Douglas get mentioned.
Donald and Douglas get mentioned. Like, there are a few things I like about this. One, Toby's an absolute Chad, proving that he can do it. Like, in a
That
good,
is really good.
like, listen, I love the idea that Toby has to bank at the hill. I just don't like the idea that he's like, I can't do it. I'm just a little steam tram. Like, if this was classic series Toby, he'd just be like, okay, Gordon, stop whining. I'm gonna push you now.
Yeah. But overall, uh, I like. This is another episode with a good structure to me.
It is. It really
Uh,
is.
it's like Toby is like shocked that he's a little wussy, or everyone thinks he's a little wussy.
He think
But then Gordon gets stuck on Hill, so he has to help. Woohoo! Achievement
no. Here's
unlocked.
the story. Toby's taking the milk because apparently that's his job since Stacy's too much of a bitch to take it. Okay, you gotta admit that was funny.
I mean, yeah. Did they expect me to pull that?
Oh my gosh. Anyway, he goes up Gordon's hill. Gordon gets stuck on the hill as like Toby's literally going up the hill. Like, and Toby's like just goes past Gordon while he's stuck. And then Edward comes and pushes Gordon up the hill, passing Toby while he's still going up. And at the top, Gordon insults him. And Edward's still pushing the train, and Edward should have been like, I'm sorry he has bad manners. But no, Edward just lets him say it.
And he's smiling all the way, because that's all these trains do in this
They're
universe.
smiling train is funny. Funny smiling train, that's why we like Thomas.
Everyone thinks they're creepy. I highly disagree.
I disagree. I never thought they were creepy. What's creepy is like freaking Bob the Builder. Well, not like the machines themselves, but like the humans themselves. I think they're creepy.
Kind of. But whatever. You can do it, Toby's 9. I like it.
Yeah.
Alright, Percy and the Magic Carpet is pretty
Wait. I
dumb. But
didn't rank to.
Mud
Actually, I give mine a 10. You can do it. Toby's a 10 for me. Like, just it's like season 7 level. Like, it could be like if you were to rewrite it just a tiny bit. Like, you don't need to rewrite it fully. It could easily be like season I guess season 5 level.
I like this episode. It's pretty good. Alright,
Percy
Percy and
and
the
the
Magic
Magic
Carpet
Carpet. It's
is
a
very stupid.
it's stupid, but I like it unironically.
We get to see Murdoch.
We do get to see Murdoch, and that makes me happy because Murdoch is a big fella. He's a big
Like
fella.
you.
He's a big fella like me, and he's seen me in real life. That's why he can say that. Okay, they call me Big Back. Um, they call me Big Back.
Yeah.
Anyway,
The really stupid
it's a
part of this
stupid
episode is
episode, but
how did Thomas like? You can enjoy it unironically.
I enjoy it unironically. So either way, I'm probably gonna give it a high ranking, just cause.
If we're talking like,
Wait, hold on. Let me just say something real quick. The beginning shot where Thomas is like getting pelted with like leaves and crap. That's pure comedy.
I
Like
mean,
he's
yeah,
just trying to take on water, and he's like getting pelted with like tires and stuff.
that is pretty funny. One thing that makes absolutely no sense is how did the carpet
Oh, shoot.
magically, right when Thomas is about to run over it, just like float, like right when he's about to
Cause it's
go
like
over.
wind, like we're having right now.
That makes no sense.
Cause
If you're
it's windy.
enjoying this
Let me explain. Let me explain.
unironically,
Let me explain. Um, why I said that. We're going through a tropical storm right now, so like, we didn't really have school today, right? That's why we're
this
filming it
isn't a
on it.
tropical storm. We don't live near the tropic.
We don't, but like, it made it all the way out here. Like the hurricane made it all the way out here, and it's like a level 1, so like it's a tropical storm.
There's no hurricane here. It's just a storm.
Yeah, it's a storm, but it's a tropical storm. So
It's a storm from the hurricane.
yes, yes,
It's
exactly.
not a hurricane though.
It isn't. Yes,
We don't live close
we don't
enough
live
to.
close enough to the ocean. Okay.
I live like 4 hours
Sadly, we
away.
cannot use Percy to go to the seaside.
Oh man.
Hang on.
But we don't live on a British island, so we wouldn't be able to anyway.
I was turning on my fan. It got too hot. Anyway,
So if you're enjoying this episode, ironically, this is like a 3 out of 10. But if it's unironic,
like
then I'd give it like a 8.
unironic. I kind of like how Gordon is like has to take back his words to Percy, honestly, because he's like, okay, you're right. I'm scared now. Okay, you were right. I'm scared. I'm sorry, Percy. Please don't hurt me.
I mean, yeah,
But
but
like
oh,
unironic, I'm just gonna do my unironic ranking because like I don't really know where I'd rank it. Ironically, but unironically, I give this like, I guess a 7.
all right. Thomas and the Circus is one of the dumbest episodes of this season,
Hey, it's Toad. It's Toad
without a face.
without a face. No, no, we don't see Toad. Let me explain. Toad's face could have been on there. We don't know. It was
He was
facing
on a truck though.
what?
His face was on a truck and fish.
It was on a truck. Wait, when was it on a
Anyway,
truck?
and
Oh wait,
fish.
yeah, when the truck got crushed, right?
Yeah, and his face like fell off the plate.
How the tables have turned for how the tables have turned. Scruffy.
Wait, does that mean the trucks died?
Um, technically yes, cause
Oh
like
my god.
Scruffy.
There was death in Thomas the Tank Engine. I'm
There's
gonna go
in season
report
in
that.
the hit era there was a lot of death because of trucks getting crushed and stuff.
Anyway, Thomas and the Circus is kind of dumb.
I like it unironically.
It's just Thomas
I
being hey, I have all this and you don't have any of
haha,
it.
I got this. You don't. Ha ha ha. It's like him. It's like you bragging about your Tommy Oliver. Haha, I got Tommy Oliver. You don't.
Oof. This is like a 4 out of 10. I don't like it.
It's a 5. Okay. Percy's
Percy's big
big
mistake.
mistake.
I love this
I
episode.
like it unironically again.
This one I actually can enjoy ironically, actually.
I enjoy this just cuz
I don't know what about it.
it's
I
just
just actually,
for me it's not like a like the best episode and it's not like my favorite, but like but like
I
it's more like Percy's like in a hurry, so like he doesn't like pay attention as well. Like he's nervous because he feels like Sir Topham-Hatt's about to get scrapped because he overheard something that's obviously wrong.
well yeah. But ironically, I still actually enjoy it. I don't know why. I just do. It might be nostalgia.
It is nostalgia.
I'd give it like a 7.
I'll give it like a 6.
All right, what's in the next
Don't
episode?
tell Thomas. I like it. Don't ask me why. I like it. You
Everyone's entitled to their own opinion.
yes. What do you think of it? First of all,
Um, it's one of the more like I don't know. It's kind of dumb.
I disagree. Cause one, it shows that Thomas, even though he doesn't like his snowplow, he still clears the track for everybody. So that's a nice thing.
But
And
I don't
he
know
gets
why.
rewarded for
I know Thomas is
doing
kind of.
some. He got rewarded for something he didn't like, but it was more like a surprise. But like,
I know Thomas kind of bitches about not knowing the surprise in the episode,
hey,
but
who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? Like, listen, for me, I'd feel like if my friends were like keeping something from me, I'd feel a bit sad because it makes me feel like they don't trust me with it. You know,
yeah.
like
But
that's understandable.
as a
That's
kid or as a little kid, the episode I always rooted for Thomas. Like I would always hope he found out.
and he did eventually, did he?
And I always felt satisfaction when he puffed away from the sheds as a kid. I don't know why. I was like, yes, Thomas, you did it.
puffed away from the shed and puffed
You
as
just,
far as he could.
you just left. Good job, Thomas. You showed him you don't even
They just
care.
let him leave. They just let him leave. They didn't even say, Thomas, no, you gotta wait here for a second.
And then you'll find out.
And then you'll find out. They could have just been like, oh yeah, it's a surprise, so like, you kind of like, have to stay here until it's time. So, be
Yeah.
excited. You'll find out in a few in a few
This
minutes.
one's like a 7.5 for me.
It's a 7.5 as well for me. Emily's new route, not a bad Emily episode. It's not that bad. It's not as
I
bad as the
actually,
other ones. It's more memorable.
I'll go off. First of all, the funniest thing. Oh no!
I the duck ponds. The fact that there was like that Emily like how did Emily manage like he biffed him really hard? Like did the track break because of the bump or did like they bump off the rails?
One thing that makes absolutely no sense, and again, usual bloke Luke mentioned this. How did the flower explode when it hit the lake?
Okay, I think I have a reasoning for this. Okay. So basically, when the trucks went into the water, it slowed down, and Emily was still moving pretty fast, so it squeezed the truck between Emily and the other truck, and caused it to like explode a little bit.
Huh.
That could actually does that sort of make sense?
Yeah, but still, it's kind of stupid.
But it's still cool. I still think it's cool.
Yeah, but it still doesn't really make a lot of sense how the flower just like
And
exploded.
I do like the idea that there's a rock slide and a bunch of seals. Oh, I like seals.
Seals are cute.
Seals are cute. Yeah.
This is a decent episode though. It's like
It's
it's
decent.
kind of
It's one of
it's
the
not.
better season 8 Emily episodes.
Yeah, it's definitely. I give it an 8.
I give it a as well. Uh,
Chickens,
My friend Louis, he likes this. This is his favorite episode, I think.
chickens to school.
Like his favorite season 8 episode, and honestly,
You know what?
I don't
I
know
like
why.
chickens to school. Unironically, it's the funniest from the season.
The comedy's good. I just it's just not as nostalgic for me because like every time this would play on my Sodor Celebration DVD, I would like want to skip it because it's boring. Because at least in Percy
The
and the
episode
Magic,
after
because at
even more.
least in Percy and the Magic Carpet, there was like something stupid going on that doesn't make sense, you know. But this, like, Thomas was just super tired, and
I had
that could
Summer
actually happen.
Celebration as a kid too. I mean, I still have it, but because I'm a DVD
He is
guy.
a DVD fanatic. You
I
literally
collect,
posted something on unboxing a DVD like not even a few minutes ago, like not even like a few hours ago.
I collect DVDs. I collect versions. Anyway, so yeah, I have a couple copies of this, and
It
chicken. Well, as a kid, I had it. Chickens to School always just like it was definitely the episode on that DVD that was just nobody cared about
it was
for me.
that for me as
But as
well.
I grew up and watched it again, I felt Thomas's pain.
It's like waking up from school. Like basically, you get back from
It's
doing
like,
something very late. Like you know how like in band where we'd like go to like away games for football stuff,
oh yeah, and then
and
you
like
wake
we
up.
get back super late, and then like you have to wake up early for something in the morning.
Imagine, because we were supposed to have a game today. Imagine this game happened. It was an away game, and then we came home super late.
And we had to go to school. Yeah,
The next morning, we'd feel exactly like Thomas.
we'd feel
Science first
like
period,
I
history second period.
I would start writing Spanish stuff in math.
Yeah, but so Thomas is kind of relatable in this episode sometimes. The best part of this episode, though, and why I rate it kind of higher, is when Edward is such a W in this episode
He's
at the
such a
end.
W. Like actually,
Ah, I'm always pushing
you
Gordon up the
are you
hill.
actually starting to convince me to like this episode?
I mean, I like it unironically. Unironically, this is a 10 out of 10 episode.
Yeah, I can see that. But like,
But
and the comedy's golden.
ironically,
I love the fact that the teacher's like poking his head from behind the desk as their chickens just
but
roaming
the thing
around
that
the
makes no
classroom.
sense, why the fuck would the people at the school unload chickens. That makes no
Exactly.
sense.
What? Like, if they saw them, wouldn't they just be like, that's not, those aren't kids. What happened to the kids?
Like the other two are understandable because the
And who,
people at the
and
farm.
who goes to school via train? Who goes to school like, bye, mom, I need to catch the train.
Well, people. This show takes place in like the 50s and stuff. So this was before like cars were a big thing.
Cars were a big thing in the 50s, bro.
Well, this was before everyone had a car. Not everyone had a car in the 50s.
They kind of did in the 50s.
Shut up.
Anyway, um, this episode's like unironically 10 out of 10. But it's more of a 5 ironically because it's
Yeah,
boring.
that's literally what I said. So Gordon takes charge.
I like it unironically. I like the idea that Gordon gets to mentor Percy.
Something I love is the crystal snow in this episode.
It's nice. Okay, and I love like the Percy and Gordon theme mashup where it's like,
I love how Gordon's shown as more of a fatherly type in this episode. You know,
well, he starts to show off
son.
more, but like, and what a bit like, you know how he's more like an older brother where he's trying to be nice but then tries showing off because he's better, you know?
Oh yeah, that's kind of what it is like. But the night shots in this episode are mwah,
Oh, I love the lights in the express coaches.
mwah.
An-
Yeah.
Another thing I like is that like after Gordon crashes into the snowbank, Percy just comes in like nothing happened, and Gordon's just like, "Oh, I guess I didn't need to help him." Cause like, cause when you think about it, Percy's pulled coaches multiple times. There's literally a song of him pulling coaches to the seaside. But like, it's just funny unironically, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's also a good episode, ironically. It's a nice, wholesome Percy and Gordon episode, because, like, now that I think about it, kind of, like, continues with the thing where, like, in, like, season 1, where, like, they have, like, a little, where they became friends, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that's what they were going for, but it kind of reminds me of that, you know? Like,
I see what you're saying. This episode's kind of like I don't even know what I was about to say. Never mind.
anyway, it's okay at best.
This one's a 7.5 for me.
7.5. It's okay at best, so
Next
I'm
we
gonna give
have
it an 8.
next we have the episode with one of the funniest performances from Michael Brandon.
Yes, one of my favorites. Like the first season 8 episode I saw. I think it's probably one of the first episodes I remember watching. Period.
This is the first season 8 episode, technically, not in production order, but it's the first one.
It's technically the first. But basically, Thomas is like, I what was it? Sorry.
We
Um,
need to pick up the pace a little bit,
we
kind of.
do need to. Okay, this is our last thing we're doing before we the conclusion.
We've spent like 5 minutes on each episode. We need to do like 3 or 2.
It's fine. No, this is fine. Okay, it makes the podcast feel more like a podcast.
Yeah, but I'm kind of getting.
Anyway. Okay.
Thank
Thomas and the tuba.
you.
Yes, thank you. Okay, I like the
Thank
idea
you.
that Thomas is chosen to pull the train, but the tuba. I think it would be funny that like the tuba player was so fat that he couldn't get through the door, and Thomas just didn't notice. And then, and then like he just doesn't fit, or he just doesn't fit in the coach or something because all the people inside of it. So he just leaves him. He just leaves him, and the tuba player's like, "Oh no, come back, no!"
The one thing that makes no sense about this episode
And not
is
only that, but like the band members don't even notice their tuba player's gone. They're just like, "Hey, where's the tuba player gone? Where'd he go? I can't find him." And I like the idea that Thomas like goes like over Bulgy's bridge, and like Birdie ends up and he just walked down to Bulgy's bridge, all the way to Bulgy's Bridge. Got a ride from Birdie. Thomas goes to Knapford, couldn't find him, and he's just like on a wild goose chase while like the tuba players like vibing with some road vehicles.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
I give
But
it I'm just gonna go ahead and give my ranking. I give it a 9, and and also we get to see Farquhar.
yeah, we do actually.
We get to see Farquhar for like the only time in season 8, and I'm happy we did because this was the last time we saw it ever until CGI.
This one's like a 6 for me.
6 for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Henry and the Wishing Tree. I don't like it that much.
It's very boring. But one thing that makes me laugh super hard every time when I watch this episode, what are you doing, Henry?
What are you doing, Henry? You're stopping in the middle of the track while pulling the express to wish on a tree.
Trees don't run railways,
Wait,
Henry.
hang on. Just because you like trees doesn't mean you can understand them.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Um,
So yeah, this episode's kind of stupid.
there's
It's
not
kind
much
of
to talk about in this episode. There's not much to talk about other than the fact that like Henry feels bad for Gordon.
yeah, but still, it's pretty dumb.
And hasn't Henry pulled coaches before?
Exactly. So
He,
why isn't he
like
like
there was literally an episode better than this in CGI where he pulls the express.
Henry? Isn't Henry gets the express?
Yes, that was a great episode.
I love how these episodes are the exact opposites because Henry and the Wishing Tree, like the passengers hated him and preferred Gordon, but in that episode they liked Henry better.
What do you mean?
And Henry gets the express.
They
The
oh yeah,
passenger,
they did. They did. You're right. Oh, dang.
but you know what's another thing that's really funny? When Henry shunts the dining car and the food just goes everywhere.
The food. No, not the food. Henry, you're in big trouble because you destroyed the food. This is like
The
our
tuba
funniest.
player
I honestly
wanted
think
it.
this is our funniest episode. This is probably our funniest episode because we keep making jokes. James gets a new coat.
Very, very
Oh
boring.
wait. We just skipped an episode. We forgot Too Hot for Thomas.
Makes me want ice cream every time I watch it.
It makes me want chocolate, like just pure Hershey's chocolate.
It makes me want chocolate ice cream every time I watch it.
Like how I see it is like it's funny unironically. I guess I don't know because like Thomas is like, we Thomas, you need to go get the cream, the chocolate, and the strawberries so we can make ice cream for the children. That concept just sounds so funny to me, in the way he says it in the Michael Brandon voice.
Yeah, but overall, not really that interesting.
It's not that interesting, but I do like the fact that like somehow the brakes were on and that caused the chocolate to go into the air. I don't know how that happened.
Again with the explosions.
Season 8 loves explosions.
It's season five's little brother.
It's season 5's little brother. Oh my gosh. It's annoying little brother.
I could make a meme out of that. What everyone wants, season five. What everyone gets, season eight.
8.
Wait, you know that meme with the three dragons and two of them have a serious, like a angry face, and one has a goofy face?
Yeah. Well, like one of
I
them's like season 8 and the other two are season 5.
yeah.
That's funny. Okay. Anyway,
Anyway,
Too Hot for
uh,
Thomas is just a bit boring, okay? The only thing I think is funny is that James and Toby keep taunting him.
as a kid, I always found the strawberry tanker fascinating.
Yeah, it was fascinating. Like, what's...
I had the Tommy strawberry tanker.
Anyway, basically, I like the idea that Toby and James just taunt Thomas the whole time. The whole time. They're like, haha, we're pulling passengers, you're not. Like, they don't actually say it, but, like, it feels like they are.
I don't know why, but when Thomas goes to that little four-way crossing thing, um, When James passes by with the express, that shot to me is so nostalgic. I don't know why.
So nostalgic.
I can't explain it, but that shot where James just runs by with the coaches,
I wish that set was seen more after season 8. Actually,
it's an interesting set.
it's an
I don't
interesting
know
set. Like on my map, I put it like after Farquhar, where like it's
where
a junction to the
where is
quarry.
it located.
I guess like by the quarry, like by Farquhar Quarry, where like the track crosses over and then goes like down Toby's line or something.
Was it the first appearance in season 7?
Oh wait, yeah, it was in season 7, and like in BTWF they put it like by in season in BTWF they put it like on Edwards Branch line.
Wait, it's actually by Farquhar in BTW.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. There is one over by Farquhar.
Oh yeah, there is one. I forgot about that. Oh wait, you're talking about like the old one. I'm talking about the new one.
Anyways, Too Hot for Thomas is really
It's a boring, but it's an okay episode. It's okay. Like I give it I give it a 6.
yeah, it's a 6 for me too.
James gets a
All
new
right,
coat.
James gets a new coat. It's so boring,
James simping for himself. That's it.
and he literally. I feel like this episode's super drawn out,
It is. It really is.
and he just goes down the line, gets cold, gets dirty.
I think the ending's really ironic because like the whole day Percy's just being tortured by trucks while James is like gallivanting off simping for himself. And then like he finally gets there and he takes like double the amount of cars and the irony kicks in, you know? Cuz he was trying to brag all day, you know?
Yeah. Well, James gets a new coat. It's pretty boring.
It's boring, but like the story is not a bad concept. They
I
just didn't
guess
do it right, I guess.
I give it like, uh, sorry, I give it like a 5.5.
He's getting bored. I give it like a 7.
All right, Thomas to the Rescue is literally one of my favorites from this
The
season.
music's good. I like the da 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 da. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Um, I Thomas to the Rescue, is like, if you say season 8, this is the episode I'm gonna think of.
When you say season 8, I always think of one episode that we'll get to in just a second. We will not mention it yet. We'll not mention it yet. Okay, cuz
But every time, like, there's
it's
certain
a good
episodes
episode,
in a
okay?
season.
I just don't know
No,
why
listen.
sorry.
There's like certain seasons, like if you mention them, the first episode I think of. Hold up, hold up.
He's going to be dead for a second. Um basically, this episode to me is like I guess it's like I'm trying to remember what happened in the episode. So like Thomas is like sent to the quarry to work with like Mavis and Diesel because Bill and Ben are I guess sick and like they need to go to the doctor. And
Well,
I'm telling them like what the episode I think is about cuz I haven't seen it in a while. And basically like Thomas is sent to the quarry and like he's like and like the Diesel and like he sleeps there and then like Diesel's words get into his head that he thinks he's gonna be scrapped, and then the next day new fuel comes and like he has to go get new fuel because he's a steam engine and he doesn't use fuel. That was
I
like
have to go
a
to
hero
dinner,
move.
so you'll have to finish it up.
Okay, I got you. I got
All right,
you.
bye.
All right. Well, Cohen's dead. Green Tank's dead. Um. So Anyway, Tom's to the Rescue is a pretty good episode, I think. Okay, it's not like my favorite, but it has a nice take where like Thomas helps all the Diesels on the island, where he goes all around the island saving everyone from like being like crappy. It's like someone trying to like hey, like trying to stop someone from having like taking medicine, sort of. But for me, this is like I guess a 9 out of 10. one of the ones I think about. One of the episodes I think about. As good as Gordon. Unironically, I like the idea. Emily is technically an express engine, and I like the idea of Emily pulling the express. I just think it was incorporated a little bit poorly. She's all impatient and stuff, and like she's like, "What has happened to me?" Like when she runs out of water, like of course you run out of water. Like you should have like filled up before you left or something. Unless she did, and like I don't know, but like still, she's just a boss. She even left like the brake coach behind. I think. Yeah, she left the brake coach behind on accident. Like that was like, I guess really stupid. Like, isn't there like supposed to be a guard's whistle? Not only that, but like the fact that Birdie brings her passengers. I mean, it's not a bad idea, but like still, she's the express. And not only that, but as she's going to Brendam, she runs out of water. Like, I don't remember if she got filled up or not, but I guess she did. But like, it's weird. Um, but as good as Gordon, I think it's a boring episode, but I like the idea, so I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. It's not my favorite, but it's a it's a good concept. Now for my favorite, Halloween. Halloween, best episode ever in season 8. My personal favorite. Like, whoever said, like, just the way it makes me feel. It's like so spooky. Like, oh, like it's like season. It gives me season 6 vibes, sorta. I mean, yeah, kinda, because like Ari and Bert are like just bullies in that, and they were being bullies in this episode. But like they didn't really say anything mean. Like little green piggy in the middle. They like said uh, they were just like playing tricks to scare some steam engines, which honestly seems more like something they would actually do in their character, at least. But like, I like the idea of like them going to the smelter's yard on Halloween. Like, what's with Sir Topham sending engines to the smelters on Halloween? Like Halloween, like really? Are you trying to give them a heart attack? Like, don't y'all remember Scaredy Engines from season 6 where he was sent on Halloween specifically? Wait, no, they weren't sent on Halloween. Was it? I don't remember. But basically, what's with Sir Topham sending engines on Halloween? Like, actually. But basically, Emily and Thomas are bragging that they're not scared. They're not scared of the smelters. And yes, so far it's like that, but like it gets spookier and spookier. Ari and Bert scare them. They go to the smelting shed. Like, they didn't just immediately leave. They stayed. And like, I love the idea that a tarp falls on Emily. I love that idea and makes her look like a ghost. And then she just runs away because she's so scared because she feels like the ghost got her. Which I don't think it's realistic, but it's funny unironically. And then Thomas sees Emily and it's just like, oh no, it's a ghost. I must run away. And like, it gives me like, um, Percy Runs Away vibes from season 1 where it's like, oh no, I won't stay here, I'll run away. Like, it's funny. It's kind of funny. This is more like a comedy episode mixed with like horror stuff. So like, hmm. And Ari Bert, like the irony that Ari and Bert get terrified of the of Emily says a lot. That like that's just some irony right there. And the fact that they ran all the way to Tidmouth Sheds from the smelters. Oh my gosh. That night scene at Henry's Tunnel, chilling. Chilling. Like bravo, the fog effect, all the atmosphere, everything. It's just perfect. That's why, and the story's just a, I guess it's really good, and it's an Emily and Thomas episode of all episodes. Easily the best season 8 episode, at least for me. You may have a different opinion, but still, my favorite overall. And in that is my conclusion to the season 8, I guess, retrospective kind of thing. Not, well, reviewing season 8. Like, I know it's not perfect. I know it's, like, not the best season, but it still has, like, this nice nostalgic charm that some of the classic series would have. And I'm pretty sure even Thomas fans that even aren't that like Thomas fans that even like are classic series fanatics and only love the classic series would still love season 8. Like it's not like entirely talking down to babies. It's like a nice like little hey, like it has some deep stuff in it like scrap like death sort of. So what I guess what I'm trying to say is season 8 is probably the best hit season out of all the hit seasons. Before it went downhill because I don't know, but like still, hit knocked it out of the park the first time. I guess. Yes, there were a few boring episodes, but there were lots of bangers as well. I, I, I don't know what else to say. I guess that's the podcast. Um, hope you enjoyed the, hope you enjoyed the podcast, and I'll see you all, I guess, next time. Next podcast or like next video or something. I don't know. Goodbye.